Aphrodite, Lady of the Doves, Goddess of Love. Her chocolate brown hair was cut choppy and uneven. She wore no makeup, but she was seriously pretty. Her eyes seemed to change color like a kaleidoscope, brown, blue, and green. Grandpa Tom picked out your name. First time he heard you cry, he said you had a powerful voice, better than any reed flute piper. He thought you'd know lots of songs and be the greatest musician of the family. That's why we named you Piper. Piper wished she remembered her grandpa better. She learned to be vaguely uncomfortable about her ancestry. Her dad always told Piper how lucky she was to grow up rich and well cared for. Maybe that's why Piper started stealing things, looking for something her dad couldn't give her.
You are a meddler, the daughter of a useless goddess. What can you do alone? Nothing. Of all the 7 demigods, you have no purpose, no power.
All her life, Piper had been looked down upon, told she was useless.
It has never been true. Each of them berated you because they feared you and envied you.
You are much more than a pretty face. You will have to find your own strengths and fight for what you love.
Her secret fear? Maybe she hadn't tried hard enough.
She wasn't a fighter, or a planner, or a fixer.
All she could do was speak her heart. Mortals did superhuman feats in the name of love all the time, and Piper was more than just mortal. She was a demigod, a hero.
Being a hero doesn't mean you're invincible. It just means that you're brave enough to stand up and do what's needed.
Aphrodite is about love and beauty. Being loving, spreading beauty. Good friends, good times, good deeds. Something told me you would be vital to the quest. Now I see I was right. You're even stronger than I realized.
Neither storm nor fire can succeed without you.
Piper and Hazel spent hours sword fighting. She was determined never to be caught off guard again.
How would you defeat me, girl? With makeup and fashion tips?
A few months ago, that comment might have stung, but Piper was way past that. Aphrodite was the most ancient Olympian, and Piper was her daughter. More than that, she was a McLean. The McLeans didn't retreat. They knew how to endure suffering, and when necessary, fight back. This was the time to fight back. Piper followed her gut. She attacked. One girl in the midst of an army of giants. She wove through the crowd, jabbing her sword into dragon-scale feet at every opportunity. Her gaze was fierce and commanding.
Who wants to be the next popsicle? Who wants to go back to Tartarus?
You're a wonderful young lady. You're going to outshine me someday, you know. You're going to remember me as Piper McLean's father. And that's the best legacy I can imagine.
It's been a tough year. This company, Triumvirate Holdings, they must have spent millions of dollars to destroy everything my dad built. Now my dad is worse than broke. The last few months, I've been trying to learn more about my heritage. Picking up my granddad's blowgun, talking to my dad about family history. But what if I'm not any of the things I've been told I am? I have to figure out who I am. Caligula strode over to Piper. He backhanded her across the mouth so hard, she turned a full circle before collapsing. Jason and Caligula fought. His expression told me his plan with perfect clarity. He had decided that Piper McLean would not die tonight. She and her dad are scheduled to leave town at the end of the week, but she's relieved to get out of LA. Ever since I've known her, the thing she's wanted most is more time with her dad. Now they have a chance to start over. She can help her dad find some peace. Maybe find some peace herself. While Jason's back was turned, Caligula drew his spear, driving its point between Jason's shoulder blades. Piper screamed. Caligula plucked out his spear, then drove it again into Jason's back. Tempest charged ashore. He gently spilled Jason onto the sand. Piper shouted and ran to his side. The most horrible thing was the momentary look of relief on her face before it was crushed. Piper shook him and sobbed. Her voice echoed from the cliffs. Her lower face was a nightmare, her swollen upper lip split across her teeth. She would definitely have a scar.
We'll figure this out. We'll get through it.
We grieve later. Right now, our job isn't done. She had come to our aid, despite everything that had happened. She'd cut her hair in a shorter, choppier style, which gave her an eerie resemblance to Thalia Grace. Her face still badly bruised, but filled with resolve. I thought about the millions of young people hoping to come here to Los Angeles, to make their huge dreams come true. Now Piper McLean was going the other way, leaving the glamour and the movie glitz of her father's former life, going back to small-town Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And she sounded at peace with it, as if she knew her own Ithales would be waiting there. If you're ever in Tahlequah, come visit me, okay?
Thanks, Pipes.
Thanks, beauty